That's Nick.
And that's Joseph. And today we're here to talk about The Djinn, not the Gin and Tonic. The second film directed by David Charbonier and Justin Powell, which IFC is releasing May 14th, 2021. Their first film, The Boy Behind the Door, played the festival circuit last year. I believe I missed it at AFI, but it's not getting a theatrical release until this July.
Oh, interesting. Okay, this film is about a young boy named Dylan. Dylan's probably like 11.
10, 11, yeah. Prepubescent.
What do we know about Dylan? Okay, it's 1989. He is mute, not deaf, so he can hear but not speak. He has asthma. He witnesses his mom kill herself, like shoot herself in the head with a gun. Well, yeah, a gun. And so after she dies, his dad, Michael, and he move to Burbank. And he's adjusting there. Michael, the dad, is like a radio DJ and he works overnights. So Dylan finds a book in like one of the closets in their new home, the Book of Shadows, and it's like a bunch of spells. And he finds a spell that will grant him a wish. And he performs the spell.
The Wish of Desire.
The Wish of Desire. And how it manifests is this spirit. Well, first of all, he does it on a night when his dad is at work. He manifests the spirit. The spirit locks him in the apartment and it's just chasing him around. So the spirit sort of like embodies images in the house. For example, there's a photo of his grandfather, a photo of his mom, and a newspaper on the cover that has a photo of like a convict who's been killed. So this spirit sort of manifests in like physical form as these people, but we'll get into it. But the book, the spell basically says that the spirit is limited to whatever the body can do. So it doesn't have like supernatural powers within the body. So these people are just kind of like chasing him around like zombies, and they bite him and grab him
And try to manipulate him.
So the rules of the spell say that if Dylan can, or whomever casts the spell, if they can like stay or manage 1 hour with the spirit and then blow out the candle after midnight, then their wish will be granted.
However.
But the gag is, if your wish is granted, it's done in a way that would it like takes away from the wish. So like it deters people from wanting to do it.
It makes the wish undesirable.
Yeah. For example, at the end of the film, daybreak comes, Dylan has defeated the spirit like enough so that he can blow out the candle after midnight, so the spirit goes away. Michael comes home and Dylan's very happy to see his dad, when all of a sudden we see behind Dylan, or behind Michael, the spirit.
The Djinn.
The Djinn.
Which is like Islamic Middle Eastern genie spirit.
And the Djinn takes Michael's voice and gives it to Dylan. So that was the exchange. The end. Okay.
Very good.
That was a little rough. I thought this movie was well done for like an independent horror film under 90 minutes with, I'm assuming, a lower budget.
Yes.
So what did I like about the film? I really liked the music.
Time Cop 1983 was the group.
Oh, they did all of the songs?
Almost all of them.
Oh, good job.
And the end credits.
Yeah, I thought the music was great. We mainly hear it through the dad, like playing it like on the radio. And then I think at the end credits it's just music that's playing. But I really enjoyed that.
There's the sequence after Dylan, played by Ezra Dewey, who I thought gives a pretty good performance, where he's wandering around the apartment, and that's where you commented about how it's like a vibe where you're kind of in a trance with the song that's playing, which I kind of liked.
So the music I liked. I thought the young boy did a good job because he goes through a range. Well, I mean, he's pretending to be mute. and he's crying and he looks afraid, which I guess are basic things an actor does. But I thought for a child actor, he did a good job.
Well, the weight of the narrative is on his shoulders.
It is.
So.
I thought the filmmakers did a good job creating a mood because we're stuck in this apartment. So that's that. But, well, let's start with what didn't work for you.
Well, also, I really liked the final 5 minutes.
Oh, yes.
Which is kind of the opposite. It's one of these rare instances where the end of the film is actually a lot better than most what precedes it. Mostly because of the great makeup effects on John Erickson playing the Djinn.
Okay.
That I thought that was really striking and creepy.
So you commented that you felt like the film is a little slow.
At 82 minutes, we're stuck in this apartment, and we've both seen a lot of films with those parameters. Even lately, The Vigil or The Night, where you really can only do so much, especially without dialogue. And the film does have a very repetitive middle half where the spirit, even in various forms, is really doing the same thing, and it makes this seem like it would have been a really great segment in like an anthology film like Creepshow.
Yeah, I thought this would have made a good episode of like an American Horror Story something, but like an hour. Because, okay, so two things. The mom, like seeing her, so the opening scene is her in the kitchen about to kill herself, and then we revisit that scene like 4 more times from various angles and with various, but it's clear that she's dead, and then it's after the second time, I think, or the third time that we see she has a gun. So then we have to witness it 2 more times with her and the gun, like we know that she killed herself with this gun. So I felt like that was repetitive.
There's The Book of Shadows, which I immediately thought of Blair Witch 2. That's the title of that movie. There's someone narrating, an adult male is narrating in a way that reminded me a lot of Willem Dafoe. And the film has to keep reminding us, because the rules of The Wish of Desire are really so vague that it almost has to keep going back to it.
Okay, I'm conflicted because oftentimes, people, including us or me specifically, will complain that we don't understand the rules of the story or the spirit. And this film kind of goes in great detail about what has happened and what is about to happen and what needs to happen. But like you said, they're kind of vague, so that the first go around when we hear the narration of it, I wasn't exactly sure what was happening. Like, oh wait, what time does it blow out the candle? And oh, does he need to blow it out now? And so in conjunction with the fact that we hear parts of that spell and the rules being read like 4 times, that felt repetitive. And
Sure.
still, even at the end, I was like, what did I miss? Like, what?
But there was, even the way that it was being read, there was kind of some humor in it.
A little bit. I thought it was a little corny. I guess you referenced Gremlins, and I think like, can the rules just be simple? Like, don't feed them after midnight, don't get them wet. Like,
Well, and obviously people still can't follow those. So,
Sure.
But yes, I almost didn't mind that for the effect of it, though. Like at the end, where his dad's being choked out by the demon spirit. Also notably, the late great Tobe Hooper, his last film in 2013 before his death was called Djinn.
oh,
Completely kind of a much different narrative, and this film is better than that.
I don't have anything else.
Nothing?
No,
Did I not have anything else? I guess that's it.
it's okay for the videos to be shorter.
Yeah, again, I got tired of the apartment because it's clear that they just moved in, and it's really, ugly apartment, kind of. There's nothing characteristic about it. So not only are we stuck within it, we're wandering around in these hallways that are
It's drab.
drab. Also of note, the score though, stop making faces. Is very of that ilk of like Stranger Things. I did think of that a few times as well.
Okay.
No?
What would you give it?
I think 3 out of 5.
I would give it 2.5 out of 5, but I would recommend it. It's just kind of in the middle for me, but I think it's well done.
I wanted more, like in the setup, because the father is reading him Pinocchio, and there are some themes there about becoming a real boy in his ability to finally communicate with his voice. And I just think there could have been a couple more twists to really nail that down.
Sure. Anything else?
No.
Bye.
Bye.